Well, hello, everyone. I just blew Jean's ears out. Did you get it?
Yeah, it's much better now.
I'm a loud person.
I should have done that before.
You know this. I'm loud. How is everyone doing on this lovely Thursday? I'm here in the studio.
It's Tuesday.
Oh my gosh, what did I say? I'm having flashbacks to when we were with Toxic and used to do it on Thursdays. Oh my gosh, I'm so crazy. You know what it is? I'm hopeful. I'm glad I said that because this opens up for a kind of our conversation, what we're going to talk about today. Because I'm hoping that I have a snow day tomorrow and that school, my work will be canceled and then it will be Thursday.
Right.
One more day closer than a Friday.
I have to go to Bridgeton tomorrow.
You
Yay.
poor thing. See, that's not far from me. That's only like a 15-minute drive for me.
I know. So if you see a maroon car coming in your driveway at like 11:15 from the snow, you'll know who it is.
Well, you see, because I'll be home. So we'll have a brunch and we'll drink wine and I'll make some omelets. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
So here we are again on Paradelphia Radio. And me and Jean are just going to kind of have a long discussion today. So thank you, Jean, by the way, for coming. It's sort of
thank you very much.
Short notice. It was wonderful. I forgot it was my night. So don't tell Rick Pruitt. I know. Well, the last time Rick ended up coming in, but oh my gosh, it was just our schedules are just been messed up and crazy.
He should make like one of those calendars and put it out, you know, because then I can put it on the fridge and it's there. And
we should. I mean, we definitely should, but I don't know. Hopefully we'll all be together eventually here one day because I have to say, I do miss Rick. And
Rick, we miss you.
As much as I hate to say it, a little
you miss
bit,
your brother?
Doug. Just like, honestly, very tiny, like grain of salt. Just a little bit. But yeah, I miss him as a co-host. Yeah. There we go. That's better. So yeah, we're just, so kind of what I want to talk about today is manifestation, which we have talked about before.
Many times.
I will tell you how this kind of came about. Okay. So on yesterday,
I thought she was going to say like January 12th or something.
No.
Yesterday.
It actually wasn't even anything exciting that happened, but I was just like, this opens up for a really good conversation to have with you. So yesterday, I don't know how many people know, but I work with special needs adults, and we were playing the board game Sorry.
Okay.
I don't know have you ever played Sorry?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't play that often because now that I don't really get to be on the floor all that much, I'm like in the office a lot now. I don't really get to do. So yesterday I ended up having some spare time and I went down. I was like, we're going to play a board game. So we played Sorry. So we're sitting there and we're playing Sorry. And Sorry, for those of you that are not familiar, it's a board and you have, usually it's like up to 4 people that play. And it's random cards, and you pull the card, and it'll tell you to move forward to switch places with an opponent. And you have to make your way around the entire board, and then whoever gets all 4 pieces home first wins. But you also kind of risk the chance of getting a go back to start, card and the sucky card. So we're sitting there and we're playing, and I get very competitive, like. I would hate playing with me if I wasn't me. I'm just saying. But we were playing. I was but I was fun, competitive, and playing with the other staff members. And we're all talking and we're laughing. We're making all the the guys and girls laugh. And I kept saying, they kept making fun of me because I kept pulling like really crappy cards. So I went, "You watch. I'm gonna win this game." And they had all of their pieces out on the board, so they were closer to being done than me. And I had one person on my board, and the rest of them were at home still. And I said, "You guys watch. I'm going to win this darn game." And all of a sudden, I kept pulling the good cards. Come out of home, switch places with someone. I was getting all of my pieces in. And what do you know? I won. So then we were like, let's play again. And no one really caught on that I was kind of speaking things into existence here. I was manifesting, as simple as it is, but I was manifesting me winning. So we're playing more, and I said, I think I had like 5 moves left. I said, my next card's going to be 5 moves. And they're all laughing at me, and they're like, no way. Pulled a card, and guess what it was? 5 moves. And I won again. And I'm like, do you see? And they're like, this is crazy. Like, you spoke A lot. And this is, I think, where we're going to, have a lot of conversation, because I know that you are a fellow Christian.
I am.
I believe that, God wants you to have faith. And I know how silly that is for a board game, but as silly as it is, there's faith in everything.
Well, what if that simple little board game was God's way of showing you that this really works?
I like that. See, this is why I like having you on, because you just put it out and lay it out for me. That's a very good point, because
you got to start somewhere. The biggest part of manifestation,
right,
is believing you can have it.
Yes, and it wouldn't have made a difference whether it worked or not. But in my heart, I'm like, y'all are laughing at me because I'm losing right now, but I'm going to win. And I won. Then another girl was like, I'm going to start speaking this into faith too and manifesting that. She started doing it, and then she won the next round. It was really bizarre. And I said, do you see? I said, and I ended up quoting like a Bible verse, ye have little faith, but if you speak into the faith, God will, whatever that was, kind of came off the top of my head. And like, really, that's what, you've talked about on several occasions with how that works. And you can do that with your life. You've talked about you do vision boards and things like that. So tell me, like, what exactly does a vision board do? Because I don't have a vision board.
Oh, you will, because I'm going to have a vision board party very soon.
Yeah. Don't tell Steven. And he's listening, by the way, because I have a little surprise for him. I was trying to get him to come, but he was being a nerd.
Steven,
I know. He's such a nerd. All he does is lay in bed with his dogs. Anyway.
All right, pay attention then, Steven, okay?
So, Steven, you listen to this whole thing, okay? But, yeah, so vision board party. Woo, that'll be so much fun. Mm-hmm. So, tell me what the vision board exactly does.
The vision board, you take certain things that you want to manifest.
Okay.
And you put the pictures up, and you put the words in, and you put whatever it is in. Mm-hmm. And then you put it in a place where you're going to see it multiple times a day.
Okay.
My vision board right now, although it's going to be taken down, is right next to the empty space on my bathroom wall next to my mirror.
I was just going to say, all jokes aside, if I put it next to my toilet, I will for sure say it several times.
Well,
Rick's like, whoa. The other Rick.
I tell people all the time, I write my I ams on my bathroom mirror.
I love it.
So when I walk in there in the morning, the first thing I see is I am. Mm-hmm. And then that reminds me to say my I ams when I'm in the shower. I like to do it in the shower.
Okay.
I'm very busy in the shower because that's when a lot of spirits come to me in the shower too. But,
Whoa, these spirits, they're trying to get a little frisky.
Well, they like to, you're cleansing off your stuff. You're getting rid of your negative energy and all that other kind of stuff. But I say my I ams.
Right.
My vision board, although it needs to be revised, almost everything on there I have accomplished or I've gotten. I was telling this story to somebody not too long ago. I made that vision board, I guess, about 4 years ago, 3.5 years ago, and I wanted to go on a cruise, so I put a picture of a cruise ship up there.
I love it. Mm-hmm.
Turns out I didn't pay attention to it too much, but it turns out I ended up on that exact ship.
Weird. How crazy.
Yeah. So, but it puts it in your subconscious. There's a lot of stuff going on in your subconscious that it puts it in there. Huh. You have to speak it. You have to believe it. You have to work at it.
Okay.
And a lot of times the working at it aspect is the believing in it. I get these messages from, I work with a woman who channels a high-level guide, and I use a lot of his meditations. I read all his books. I just love him. He's trying to bring, this type of information to this planet from the other side.
Gotcha.
So when you hear me talk about Oren, that's who I'm talking about. He's a very high-level guide. And
Oren?
Oren.
Wow,
so
that's an interesting name.
I get daily messages that have been channeled through Oren in my Facebox.
I like that.
On my Facebook. But today's message.
Wait, can I see his picture really quick? I know you guys can't see it. Do you have a picture of this person?
Oren? No. Because he's a being.
Oh,
He's a being of light.
I've been following this guy who's a I don't know what you call him. I wouldn't call him medium, but he's like a spirit something. And I thought that was his name. Never mind.
No, Warren's a being of light.
I thought he was a person.
He's a high-level being of light.
Okay, gotcha.
So his channeled message for today
Oh,
was
tell me.
this. As you... Sorry.
It's okay.
Okay. It says that... Oh, no, where'd it go? Okay, well, let's keep talking and I'll find it. I just knocked myself right off the page. You all know I'm tech-tarded.
It's okay. It happens. I'll tell you. My phone doesn't work for me half the time, and I'm really good at tech savvy and all that.
Yeah, we need to talk about that too. I don't know what happened to it.
Oh,
Okay, here it is.
Okay.
It says, magnetize what you truly want, not something that is a compromise.
Okay.
Acquiring objects that are compromises is rarely exciting enough to stimulate you to do what is necessary to get them. If you do not feel you can create what you want, it is better to not ask for something in its place that does not really excite or motivate you. Think of something you really want to manifest. Is this truly something you want or a compromise because you don't believe that you can get what you really want? That was my message for today.
Interesting. Okay. And do you believe would that apply to your life? I feel like it applies to everybody's life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to believe it.
And that's why I'm thinking, like, is there something going on? Because there's really nothing crazy going on in my life that I know of. So I'm thinking to myself, if this is God or my spirit guides or whoever trying to prepare me and speak it in faith. I mean, I'm going to start doing that. I am hoping. No, I'm going to proclaim it now. I'm having a snow day tomorrow.
There you go.
We're doing a snow day.
And you see what you did there and what you did with when you were doing your sorry game?
Yeah.
You said it as if it happened.
Yeah. And that's what you should do.
Right. Because a lot of people say, I will. I'm going to. Someday soon. And what that does is it keeps it off into the future. I say this all the time. I know you're sick and tired of hearing it. I can't say it enough. The universe, God, whatever you want to talk about, whatever you want to call them, does not have a sense of humor and does not get sarcasm.
It's very
literal.
Yes.
You get what you speak. And what you speak is what you think.
Yep.
So all of this starts with your thoughts.
Right. Amazing.
And for a lot of people, it's difficult for them to believe that they can have because they don't have enough self-worth or self-love. Okay. So there's a lot of layers to it. It's not just speaking it and getting it and then it's done. Otherwise, we'd all be rich and, you know, well, I was going to say I'd be 5'6", but I don't want to because I get to wear the good shoes.
Yeah, for small-feeted people have all the variety, man.
That's right.
Well, you know, and I think that I mean, even the Bible talks about you have to speak in faith,
right?
Or God's not going to, you know, God helps those who. This doesn't say this in the Bible, although people believe it does. But God helps those who help themselves. So you have to work in faith and work that it's going to work out this way.
There's a very good book called "Hung by the Tongue." And it basically takes all of those principles and all of the stories in the Bible where it's spoken about, and it's put into this book. And that's exactly what it teaches you. It teaches you how to speak in a manner in which you can create a better life. Right. Because most people have the life that they created by what they speak, and they don't even understand that. You know, if you're on Facebook every day just bitching about what's going on in your life, what do you think you're going to get more of?
Right. Yeah. Very true. And I think actually, talking to Stephen again, wish he came because this would just be easier.
Oh, Stephen, get on the phone.
Me and Stephen talk about that actually a lot, that, you know, now, I mean, Stephen is he's a very, and I don't mean sensitive guy, like he's sensitive, like, you know, you got to watch how you talk around him, but he's very sensitive in the way where he's a big energy reader, and I am myself, and I think that's why we click so well. But I have I think I have more of a and for sure this is nothing towards Steven. I have more of a wall up that I know how to block them a lot more. And Steven, I think he's more in tune with people and in tune with
almost empathic.
Yes. That when I will almost now I'm trying to train my brain because I know how he is. Like, all right, I'm about to vent. Can you take this? Or I'll say, all right, are you ready for this? And then if he's like, no, then I'll save it for my husband.
Yeah. You know what?
Who doesn't want to hear it?
That's a really good thing to do, because when you vent to other people and you're getting your energy out,
right,
you're throwing all of your negative energy at them.
Right.
And you haven't asked them yet, so they're not prepared. And then you take all of your negative and throw it at somebody else and be like, oh, I feel better now. Well, yeah, you just dumped all your crap on me. Thank you. I
actually started where I will even put on Facebook just so the world knows I am in a very positive mood. Do not come at me with the negativity because you will get shut down.
Yeah, see, I'm too nice for that. I really have. That's what I need to work on, because I allow people to drain me because I don't protect myself as much as I should.
Right.
And I should make it a constant during the day type of thing.
Right.
And I don't. So that's what I'm going to be working on. And next to my vision board, I'm going to have a list of what I need to do for the day. I also have my signs in there that you gave me, the I am and protect yourself. Yes. See, I started out having to remember to protect myself for the day.
Right.
But now I need to remember to protect myself through the day.
Yes. And, that's actually funny you say that, because I was thinking about this the other day. Ever since this goes back to when I was riding the school bus and couldn't drive. Like, probably I started when I was in I went through like a really bad depression when I was in 4th grade the second time. And I ended up becoming almost like it was a God. It was like a drawer. Like I got closer to God.
Okay.
And I didn't start going to church because I was in 4th grade. My family, we weren't atheists and we weren't heathens, but we didn't practice the religion like most people do. But I ended up I think because I worked through a lot of that by myself, I think a lot of that I channeled it through God. So that's kind of where I started to get closer to God. And shoot, where was I going with that? What were we talking about?
I don't know.
Sense of becoming a religious show. Oh, wait, no. What were we talking about? Protecting ourselves. Oh, yes. So when I started praying on my way to school, and I would just do it just in silence, Then when I got in high school, on my way to school, I would do it in the car. Still to this day, on my way anywhere, I pray. And not just to go there, but I'm finding myself more of it's just... And I don't want it to be that. I'm a bad habit. And I need to start doing it throughout the day as well. And I use my faith in God and my protection and all of that, kind of like you do with your energy. Right. And you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
well, I'm calling in God's white light. I'm calling in Saint Michael. I'm calling in,
So it's definitely the same thing.
Yeah.
I think I use mine in a form of prayer.
Right.
As far as, which would you consider yours prayer? Because I guess it really kind of is, because I've heard you do it before too. It's not necessarily like a normal prayer, like amen, like mine is. But
when I start a reading, I'll start with dear spirit friends who are near to me. Dear spirit friends who are dear to me, please come near to me. Please show me your way, and blah, 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 blah. So it's not a prayer to God, but I'm telling them, okay, peeps, please come in. Please give me something. There's no way I'd be able to know this.
Right.
Please come near so I can hear you. Please show me. I think I asked for names and dates and places.
Oh. Okay.
And I say it so much I can't even pick something out that I would say. But so I should probably pray more. I do a lot of meditation. I do a lot of sitting with my spirit guides, although I really have to start doing that a little more. But if I don't want to, I'm a little hard-headed, and if I don't want to hear what they have to say,
Right.
sometimes I'll be like, I won't do it this morning. I'll do it later on this afternoon. And then it's the afternoon, I'm busy. I'm like, you know what? Maybe I'll do it before I go to bed. And then it's the next day, and I'm like, really don't want to do it today because I don't want to hear what they're going to tell me. I got to stop that.
Too much.
I get myself in trouble that way.
Wow.
So it's more of a relationship with them versus prayer. But in the car, Oren, again, the other day, sent me one of those little daily messages, and it said that when you're in your car, instead of going through your head and clicking about what you have to do and how busy you are and what you got to pick up and what's for dinner and
right.
Start thinking about what you want.
Right.
Change your mindset. Start thinking about what you really want out of life, or what you want to manifest, or what you want to come into your life. Because those other things, write them down on a list somewhere and put it in your pocketbook.
Right.
Free your mind of that, and then spend your time in the car changing your mindset. It's a practice.
Right. And I'm very I love music. I mean, I think almost all of us like music. And I have a very broad genre of music.
Myself included.
And that's another thing where I kind of have to like sit down and meditate or pray or whatever, where I have that alone time with God, where I kind of sit and think, because music in the morning really helps. Like, I think a lot about you when you do that. When you say you play that song every day, this is going to be the best day of my life. I can't listen to one song all the time, but I have a positivity playlist where it's just songs that are positive, songs that are, happy and upbeat. And I love listening to that in the morning. But it's like, I only have a 15-minute drive to work, so it's like I can't fit it all in.
Well, I listen to that when I'm getting ready in the morning. I do Best Day of My Life, and then I do I Lived.
Okay.
That's an incredible song, too. So I listen to those because those are kind of keep me grounded but keep me positive at the same time.
Right.
And then, my commute is like an hour and a half. Oof. So there's a lot of Van Halen in there.
Oh, my gosh.
It's early in the morning. I need some Van Halen.
Oh, my gosh.
I need, Little Queen, maybe.
Oh, good. Did you see the new movie?
Oh, yes. Couple times.
So good.
Couple times.
So good.
I cried every time.
Yeah.
I am pretty sure. Okay. Now, when we went to see Barry, remember Barry Strom?
Yes.
Okay. So I had gone first, and I was so excited because he was going to do a board reading for me. And the whole time I'm going, I hope Freddie Mercury comes through. I hope Freddie Mercury goes. And he didn't. And I was very bummed. And then we went up again, and I'm like, did Freddie come for me? He's like, no, I don't feel him out. I'm like, you talked to all these famous people. Why can't you get him in for me? I kid you not. I think he came to me about 2 weeks ago.
Freddie Mercury.
I'm not kidding.
Stop it. Oh, my gosh. That's amazing.
I have this connection with him. I don't know what it is. And I'm trying to remember what I was doing. I was getting ready for something. And I was nervous. And he just came through, and he was like, darling, he kept calling me.
I love it.
You just go out there and you be your true self, darling. And he was just talking about how, you're nervous beforehand and whatever, but once you're out there and you're on the stage, you be you. Go for it. So I literally got the chills. I cried. So I've been waiting for that for a long time. Sorry, I digress, people.
Well, all right. Well, on that note, because let's get back into that, because I think it's been a long time since we've talked about connections we feel with people that we don't even know.
Right.
So we'll get back into that. So we're going to play our first song, and we'll be back in a few.
We're all bored. We're all so tired of everything we wait for. Trains that just aren't coming. We show off our different scarlet letters. Trust me, mine is better. We're so young, but we're on the road to ruin. We play dumb, we know exactly what we're doing. We cry tears of mascara in the bathroom. Honey, life is just a classroom. 'Cause baby, I can build a castle out of all the bricks they threw at me. And every day is like a battle. But every night with buses like a chain. We're the new romantics. Come along with me. Heartbreak is a national anthem. We sing it play my ace. We need love, but all we want is danger. We team up, then switch sides like a record changer. The rumors are terrible and cruel, but honey, most of them are true. 'Cause baby, I can build a castle out of all the bricks they threw at me. And every day is like a battle, but every night with us is like a chain. Maybe we're the new romantics. Come along with me. Heartbreak is a national anthem. We sing it proudly. We are too busy dancing to get knocked off our feet. Maybe we're the new romantics, the best people in life for free. So come along with me. The best people in life for free. Please take my hand down. Please take me dancing, and please leave me standing. It's so romantic. 'Cause baby, I can build a castle out of all the bricks they threw at me. And every day is like a battle, but every night with us is like a chain. 'Cause baby, I can build a castle out of all the bricks they threw at me. And every day is like a battle, but every night with us is like a chain. Maybe we're the new romantics. Come along with me. Heartbreak is a national anthem. We sing it proudly. We are too busy dancing to get knocked off our feet. Maybe we're the new romantics, the best people in life for free. I know you hear me when I cry. I try to hold it in at night while you're sleeping next to me, but it's your arms that I need this time. Look at the cards that we've been dealt. If you were anybody else, probably wouldn't last a day. Heavy tears or rain parade from hell. Baby, you do it so well. You've been so understanding, you've been so good, and I'm putting you through more than one ever should. And I'm hating myself 'cause you don't want to admit that it hurts you. I know that it breaks your heart when I cry again over him. I know that it breaks your heart when I cry again. Instead of ghosting him, we'll get through this. We'll get past this. I'm a girl with a whole lot of baggage, but I love you. We'll get past this. I'm a girl with a whole lot of baggage, oh yeah. Though I wish he were here instead. Don't want that living in your head. He just comes to visit me when I'm dreaming every now and then. And after all that we've been through, there's so much to look forward to. What was done and what was said, leave it all here in this bed with you. Baby, you do it so well. You've been so understanding, you've been so good, and I'm putting you through more than one ever should. And I'm hating myself 'cause you don't want to admit that it hurts you, baby. I know that it breaks your heart
Hello, everyone. It's okay. Hard stop. Here we go. It's all good. It's all good.
Well, we're women, you know. That's how we do. We just roll
We
on.
just
Just
roll.
keep moving.
Yep. It don't bother us. So we kind of let Steven needs to stop texting me. He's like just being way too much right now. So we kind of left off talking about people that we kind of feel a close connection with, but that we've never met.
Right.
You said that you felt that with Freddie Mercury. Is there anybody else?
No.
Just him?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. It's weird because, and like I said, I think we've had this conversation before, but I don't really remember why. We'll go into that. But I know for me, people laugh and they're like, why? Like, she was like a stripper. Anna Nicole Smith was one of them.
Yeah.
And I did, like, she passed away when I was a sophomore in high school. So I was 16, I guess. And when she died, I was devastated. And, like, it was towards the end of her life because she had gotten pregnant. She was going through this legal battle with who her baby daddy was. Right. She had lost her son. Then she died only like a month after she had her baby. And I remember being like, oh my gosh.
Right.
What? And not necessarily a person, but another place, another thing that I feel something close with is that town, Salem, Massachusetts, which we've talked about before too. So we'll talk about people. Freddie for you, Anna Nicole with me. Why? What do you think is the reason why? And I don't know if anyone else feels a strong connection with someone that you might not know. Please let us know. Or is it just me and Jean? Like, do we just have these strong connections with people?
I don't know. I think I have, which is why I wanted Barry to see if he could pull him in on one of his board sessions. But I think maybe he's either part of my soul family or part of another soul family that I was close to.
Right.
Or, you know, we really kind of do the same kind of work.
Okay.
In the sense of, you know, I say this all the time, there's people like that, those iconic figures, Princess Di and John Lennon and Freddie Mercury, and they all changed the world, and they needed to be iconic in order to do so.
Okay.
I mean, because you didn't mention gay in his times.
Right.
You know, everything was underground and secret and like coming out. What the hell was that? You didn't even discuss it.
Right.
And that was his, you know, life purpose. And in order to do certain things like that, you have to be big.
Yes.
So they take on those roles in life.
Right.
And but for whatever reason, I just have a connection to him that I've had from the minute I first saw him.
So I wonder what it is with me and Anna Nicole. What's funny, because my middle name is Nicole. So it's almost like I wonder because I think, was it one time you said that we were sisters, or we might have been sisters in a past life or something? Excuse me. Yeah, I can't remember. So I guess maybe it could have been the same with me.
Right. We
were either actual sisters. And then it makes me wonder, like, am I going to see her when I cross over? Is she going to be one of them people? You know? Is Freddie going to be one of those people with you?
That would be amazing.
That would.
I don't even. Oh, okay.
I don't think you're close enough. Yeah. So, okay. So explain to me places. Why? How could a place be so close to someone's soul? Like I said,
usually it's because you've lived there in a past life.
Okay, because Salem, Massachusetts is one of my absolute. I'm going for the fourth time this October, and it is like I could just sleep in the middle of the street. And that sounds really weird, but I feel so drawn.
That's how I felt about San Diego.
Oh, okay.
But, I mean, it's a beautiful place. So
yeah.
It's, kind of hard. But I felt home there immediately.
And that's how I feel with Sam. Like now I love New York City.
Me too.
Love New York City. But I don't feel the connection I feel. It's almost like
Right.
you said with San Diego. You
Right.
just think it's pretty.
Right.
I'm
But
kind
there's
of the
some sort
same
of
thing.
connection. You can almost feel it in your solar plexus.
Yeah. Yes. Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
that's so weird. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
right in the stomach, and
Right.
it's like, yeah, and it, after I only went the one time, it was like I felt like that's my home. That's my second home.
Yeah.
And I always say, when I become rich and famous, I am going to own a home in Salem, Massachusetts.
When I become rich and famous, puts it all the way out into the future.
Really?
Yeah.
I am
Yeah.
rich and famous.
There you go.
I'm rich and famous.
You have to speak it as if it's now. You have to call it in.
Okay. So let me ask you a question. I have always felt, and you're going to laugh at me, but this is God's honest truth. Ever since I was younger, I have always felt that I am going to be known for something.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think, maybe it's just in my head and just a hope, worldwide, I really truly think that people are like, Rick's over there like, okay, crazy lady, calm
No,
down.
I've always known that there was something bigger out there for me. Always.
Yes, and that's
Always.
how I feel. I
Mhm.
feel like I'm married. I own a home in Little Quinton, New Jersey. And while I'm happy with that and I'm happy with my husband, I don't want to leave him behind or anything, but I feel like there's something bigger that is going to happen to me. But I'm always scared that I say that and I'm like, oh gosh, I hope I don't get mugged in Philly, end up being like the white girl that cried mugged or something, and
See,
that's why.
You're not supposed to say stuff like that.
No, I'm serious. I like hope that's, or for example, when I did do a vision board one time, and I don't remember what I had on it, but I had in my background on my phone, and I had on there a savings account of like $250,000, and I'm thinking to myself, oh gosh, I am not. How am I going to get $250,000 into my savings account unless God forbid? And I don't want to put this out there, but I just want to just say it, and I want to speak it into existence. So I'm taking it back after I say it.
It doesn't work like that. Okay.
Okay.
Cancel, clear, delete. Say that
Yes,
when you're done.
there. Okay, there we go. That I like get hit by a car for the Trump's driver or something. So cancel, delete, take it back. But I'm just saying, I'm afraid that that's going to happen. I don't want it to happen like that.
No,
but
if you let the universe... See, we all feel like we have to control how it comes in. And I'm a
Right.
huge control freak, so I get it. I'm
Right.
going to control everything that comes in, which is
Yeah.
why a lot of times what is coming to me ends up at a standstill.
Okay.
Because I'm trying to control how it works, and
Right.
you're not supposed to do that. So if you just, I would put that 250 everywhere. I would put 250,000 with $sign in front of it and stick it next to my toilet bowl. And I would stick it on my bathroom
Yes.
mirror, and I would stick it on my visor in my car, and I would stick it on my vision board, and I would say it. And I would walk around and say, I have $250,000 in my bank account. I have 250,000.
People are going to be like, can I get a loan?
Let the universe worry about how it's going to come in. It's certainly not going to come in by injuring you.
Yeah.
Let them worry about it.
Yeah.
You know, who knows? Maybe you've got something on your property that people want, and they want to build something on, like Royal Farms or something.
Ooh.
And they come in and they give you $250,000 over what the house is worth just for the property. You don't know. I mean,
That's
the
very
universe
true.
will figure it out.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have to slow it down by saying, I want it this way.
Right.
I want that person. You slow it down.
Okay.
Especially with people. It's really hard with people.
So what do you say to okay, so say we have a person, I'm just going to use this as an example. Say there's someone with cancer, some kind of cancer. Do you believe or do you think that they very well can heal themselves just by speaking it into existence and speaking it into existence, or do they have to fully believe it and like you ever hear about
You can't
these,
just speak it into existence. You have to believe.
Embrace
you have
it.
to. Yeah. It has
Okay.
it has to become a part of you. You have to believe it. You have to. I want to say work at it, but
Okay.
speaking it all the time and
Right.
keeping your thoughts positive, which is it's not an easy thing to do, manifesting.
Right.
You know, it's not like you say it, I say it once every day and then 6 weeks later I get it.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's where I struggle. I struggle a lot with my IMs. And I know that one time you gave me, I think it was like a bookmarker, and it said IMs. I bet you, though, but people listening could just Pinterest IMs.
I would Pinterest Joel Osteen's list of I ams.
That's right. That's what
it
it was.
The best one I have ever, and I use that every morning. I am energetic. I am in shape. I am optimistic. I throw a few of my own in there.
It covers it covers the broad kind of, yeah.
It does. I am courageous, and then I'll put underneath that, I am fearless. Because courageous sucks. It sounds good.
You can have courage, but
having
doesn't
courage,
mean you're going to do anything.
I got a ton of courage. I do. And it sucks because, courage is overcoming the fear of whatever to get to where you need to go. I'll plow through it, but I would prefer to do it as a fearless person versus,
Huh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Everybody, puts courage up there. I'm not a huge fan of courage.
No. Okay.
Just my thing. I don't know.
Well, I mean, I did have an article I wanted to talk to you about. Yeah, I mean, I think that I just need to, maybe it is. Maybe this is a sign for me. And it started with the game Sorry at Work of manifesting.
Right.
And like I said, I am putting out there right now that I'm going to have a snow day tomorrow. It's happening. I'm having a snow day.
Go.
And we're going to test this theory, guys.
Okay. Now, manifesting other things takes a while. I'm just going to say, just because Jen is, manifesting a snow day tomorrow when they're already calling for snow. I'm just saying.
Yep. You know what's so weird, though? And maybe it was just my head, and Steven, who's listening, we're talking about him a lot tonight. He's our not here special guest.
Gotta get that book recommendation I made for you too, Steven.
Yes, Steven. Read the Bible. No.
I did not say that.
Shoot, why am I losing my train of thought today?
I don't know. Are you hormonal?
My gosh, am I what?
Hormonal?
No, I don't think so.
Well, my hormones are low. I can't complete a sentence or finish a thought.
I just think I have so much going on in my brain right this second. Yeah, so, but I think that,
I just want to really quick touch on one other thing. There's another way to do it. It's an old ancient ritual of taking what you want and writing it like 50 times a day for 5 days or 50 times a day for 10 days in the exact same way.
Oh, gosh, I used to do that in school when I was, like, bad. I will not talk over Mr. T. I will not talk over Mr. T.
But I also recommend that you take 10 to 15 minutes a day in the quiet, nothing going on, TV on, and you take a couple of deep breaths and you relax, maybe a little meditative music if you want to, and really think about what it is that you want. Because most people just throw stuff out there and they're not specific.
Right.
And then it takes forever to line that up.
I have to stop you really quick.
Okay.
My work is calling me right now.
Go answer that, girl. Go ahead.
That's weird. No, I'm going to let you go to voicemail.
Oh, you're not going to tell us about Snow Day on there?
Hold on. I can
Jenna and her instant manifestations.
I can read. This Apple has this really cool thing where you can actually read voicemails now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and you don't. It's super, and it's an automated message too when it calls.
Okay.
So I know. Give me give it 2 minutes. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I was like, look at God.
There is such thing as instant manifestations. But.
Yep.
Yeah.
Steven,
the big stuff.
Steven gave me instant karma the other day.
Okay.
Where it was my fault. I said something to someone I should not have about him. And then as soon as he caught me saying it, I spilled a drink all over the table. And he goes, that was instant karma. And I just looked at him and I didn't know what else to say other than to laugh.
You're right.
But he actually, thank you, producer Steve tonight. He sent me a screenshot of the IMs. So I'm going to read them. I'm going to read them really quickly.
Okay.
I am blessed. I am prosperous. I am successful. I am victorious. Ooh, I love that.
That's one of my favorites.
Love that. I am talented. I am creative. I am wise. I am healthy. I am in shape. I am energetic. I am happy. I am positive. I am passionate. I am strong. I am confident. I am secure. I am beautiful. I am attractive. Excuse me. I am valuable. I am free. I am redeemed. I am forgiven. I am anointed. I am accepted. He says anointed twice. I am approved. I am prepared. I am qualified. I am motivated. I am focused. I am disciplined. I am determined. I am patient. I am kind. I am generous. I am excellent. I am equipped. I am empowered. I am well able. And I am child of the Most High God. Hallelujah.
I love those.
Ah.
And I start those off with, when I get in the shower, I say, good morning, Heavenly Father. Heavenly Father, I am a 117-pound, happy, healthy mother of 3 happy, healthy children. And then I start my particular I ams that are personal to me, and then I go through those.
I love it.
Although I forgot some of those. I got to add them in again.
Maybe he updated it. He might have updated it.
No, they sound familiar. I think I just forgot them. I'm in the shower for 20 minutes.
All right, we're going to play our last song. This song goes out to Steve Boo Boo, because he's been the topic of conversation tonight.
Go bitch, go bestie. Can't fuck with these hoes cause they messy. Go bitch, go bestie. Can't fuck with these hoes cause they messy. Go bestie. Then my motherfucking best friend, bestie. Then my motherfucking best friend, bestie. Then my motherfucking best friend. Then my what? Then my motherfucking best friend.
Hey, shawty, she gon' ride, she gon' die for me. Yeah, I know all my niggas, they gon' slide for me. I be going up when you going down on me. When I come through, I got the 4 pound on me. Every time I'm on the scene, I be tooling up. When you coming through, I see to put your jury up. In a dually truck, doodle got his tooling tuck. I love my baby, you can't talk to her, she rude as fuck. Go Kodak, get money. I don't fuck with rap niggas, they funny. Go Kodak, get money. I don't fuck with rap niggas, they funny.
Go bitch, go bestie. Can't fuck with these hoes cause they messy. Go bitch, go bestie. Can't fuck with these hoes cause they messy. Go bestie. Then my motherfucking best friend, bestie. Then my motherfucking best friend, bestie. Then my motherfucking best friend. Then my what? Then my motherfucking best friend. Go best friend, that's my best friend. That's my main bitch, that's my fucking best friend. If you got a problem, then we got a problem. If she got a problem, then you got a problem. She gon' twerk that ass like it's her fucking birthday, bitch. Twerk that ass. That's my best friend, that's my fucking bestie. Can't fuck with you hoes cause you messy. Put up to the party, I got everybody lit. I could brag about my best friends, everybody rich. Double dashing with the money, I be playing with the bands. Working bag, fashion of a Cartier on the list. Every time we pull up, bitches pissed off. Make the whole club jump like crisscross. I'm a bad bitch, poppin' like lip gloss. We be blowing money fast like Rick Ross. Go bitch, go bestie. Can't fuck with these hoes cause they messy. Go bitch, go bestie. Can't fuck with these hoes cause they messy. Go bestie. Then my motherfucking best friend, bestie. Then my motherfucking best friend, bestie. Then my motherfucking best friend, bestie. Then my what? Then my motherfucking best friend.
Wildfire is going to kick me out of the studio after that song. That was cuss every other 3 words. Sorry for that one, Rick. But that's my jam lately. That girl that sings that song is 15.
Oh, get out of here.
I mean, I am 20. I'll be 28 this year, and I don't even cuss. Like, I don't cuss at all, but I would never cuss like that.
My first reaction is, and where is her mother?
Oh, her mother's bad, too. That is the girl that did that, Catch Me Outside. How about that?
No.
Yes, it is.
No.
She's made millions.
Yes.
Millions of... I mean, I like rap music. She is a good rapper.
She also, I mean, she got a lot of endorsement deals. I heard them talking about her on Elvis Duran in the morning show.
Yes.
Like, she got millions and millions of dollars for makeup and all kinds of products.
Yeah,
See?
but...
You never know. Something simple like that could happen to you, and then boom.
But I still swear that I'm going to get a reality show somewhere. I'm not kidding you. I've wrote MTV before. Like, y'all are missing out on a good life. I'm just saying. My life is never dull. I swear. So, okay. So let's kind of have our final thoughts.
Okay.
What do you think that people listening need to hear?
In order to manifest?
This week in general. What do you think? Do you have a general? This is like
baby steps.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
I would suggest sitting in the quiet for 10 minutes or so each day.
Okay.
Think about what it is you really want, because most people say, I want $1 million and I want a house and I want this and I want that. And they really don't.
Right.
Think about what it is you really want.
Okay.
And get specific. Check your solar plexus, which is like right where your rib cage starts to split open by your stomach there. Check that area
What is
in there.
solar plexus?
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's
Okay.
one of your chakras. And check and see how that feels. Does it feel a little tight? If it feels a little tight, you don't believe you can have it.
Okay.
So if you don't believe you can have it, you got to ask yourself why.
Right.
Do you believe you're worth it?
Right.
You know, if you don't think you're worth it, that's what you got to work on first.
Right.
You got to work on feeling self-worth, self-love, because that is the answer to almost everything.
And I think self-love is very important. I did something kind of out of my, actually, not out of my element anymore, but probably 5 years ago would have been like, whoa, girl. I did a sexy boudoir. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I can't even say it. Photo shoot. And
Yes, you
I
did.
am a plus size girls. If y'all don't know what I look like, just go on my Instagram at @TheRealJennaB. I am a plus size girl, but I never used to be confident. And I was very hard on myself. I hated shopping, hated going, even shopping for shoes. It was like, oh, I'm so fat. I hate the way I look. I hate it. And then like something clicked in my head. I was like, you know what? You don't like the way I look. Do not look at me. And now I'm not kidding you. I get more men. I'm a happily married woman. I get more men hit me up on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, in my direct messages, and my husband knew because we always laugh at him. Now than I ever did when I was, I've always been big, but even thinner. And I swear a lot of it has to do with your confidence.
Absolutely.
And it's because I truly love myself for how I am. And it doesn't matter if I'm 800 pounds. It doesn't matter if I'm 100 pounds. I just have this mindset, and I pray to God that I never lose that mindset, because I see so many women literally kill themselves, and they get so down on themselves because their nose is too big, or they have 8 chins, they think, and really they don't. And it's like, calm down,
Yeah.
So I definitely agree. I think everyone needs to work on self-love, regardless if it's what's going on the outside.
Well, that'll change everything.
Or really?
Yeah, absolutely.
And I really believe that.
Absolutely.
Because once I changed and accepted the way I looked, I mean, I'm not kidding you. I'm a confident woman.
Oh, absolutely. No, you're a badass.
And you
are a badass.
If I cussed, I would say that too. Thank you. So are you,
That's
Jean.
not a cuss.
I mean, unless we're talking about a donkey.
No, I don't think badass is a cuss.
When I cuss, bad things happen.
Okay.
I know. You should have seen the look Jean just gave me.
No.
She just okay.
No. Don't cuss. Don't cuss. Let
Don't
me get out of here.
cuss. Don't cuss. No, I don't
think badass is a cuss, though, because I think it's a term. Wow, he's a badass, or she's a badass.
Okay. Well, I mean, I don't mind people cussing.
Yeah,
I like it. They cuss for me.
I don't view that as a cuss.
Okay.
I think it's a term.
Right. Well, we just manifested so much tonight. I found out I am closed tomorrow. Look how that worked.
There you go.
Look how that worked.
And make your list and start speaking it as if it is.
Yes. Yep.
I am insert whatever you want. I am a teacher. I am a cruise director. I am
director.
I'm
I
just
like
putting stuff in. Start
Aim
putting
high.
it in there.
Me and Jean need our own show where we just talk about so much. I'm telling you. All right, guys. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us today.
Thank you very much.
On this Tuesday, not Thursday. This is not Toxic Radio 2010 anymore.
That was, 6 years ago?
Oh, my gosh. Oh, wait, yeah. No. It was, 5 years.
Yeah, I think Haley was still in high school.
Yeah, it's been 5 years because I started the year I got married, and it's been 5 years. So
Okay.
Anyway, guys, all right. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank
and
you
can
all.
always look up Jean on Facebook, psychic medium Jean Durkin.
Jean M. Durkin, and my website is Psychic Medium Jean M. Durkin.
There we go.
There we go.
You can reach out to me on Twitter or Instagram at @TheRealJennaB. And, of course, Paradelphia on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And Facebook. Rick Pruitt posts so much all the time. So get on there. So, and then my final thought is mute R. Kelly. I think I've said that every day.
Oh, yeah.
We got to get this douchebag in
he's going
prison.
down now.
All right, guys. Thanks so much and have a great night.
Good night.